Oops, I accidentally muted myself. And welcome on into the episode of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends, Hockey Playoff Edition. I'm Terry. That's Occupancy. Weapon X down below. And we are ready to break down some 4 games. But I figured we would quickly discuss last night. Yes, the Wild came out to play last night. It was a great game. I was super happy with it. Edmonton also decided to bounce back pretty convincingly against the Kings as well. Great job, Ice. His only 2 losses are Bruins, so he's banning the series, and so am I. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I'll either be taking Carolina. I won't be taking Boston anymore for the rest of the series.
Sorry, Isaac, but I told you, man. Canes in 5.
Let's go, Pens. I don't know, Liam. You guys had your win in game 1, but game 2, I don't know. We'll get to it here in a second. Wild. Yeah, we're seeing they came out to play.
Kaprizov. How about that? How about Kirill Kaprizov last night?
It was a good win for you too, FNX, in that game.
Hey, I had a feeling he was going to go off, so I took him on the props, and then I could see him. He was flying down the ice. I said he's going to ice that game. And he iced that game.
Yep, it was awesome. We'll move on to today, and we'll start with the game that Liam was mentioning. The Penguins, plus 140, are in New York facing the Rangers, minus 160. Total 5.5 here. Louis Domingue starts because Casey DeSmith is hurt, and so is Tristan Jarry. So they're down to Domingue here. The Rangers, Penguins fought in a long triple overtime, right? 3 overtimes. And finally, Pittsburgh won. I expect Rangers to bounce back in this spot. I have Rangers money line in one of my parlays. And then for player props, I have 4 different parlays, hit 2 of them yesterday. Nice plus prices. So I have 4 today again. Fox is on one of them. Zibanejad on another. And then for Pittsburgh, I have Gensel and Crosby. So those are all player point parlays over a half. So they just need to get a point. Went pretty well last night. We'll go back to it today. Occupancy, Penguins and Rangers. What do you think of this one?
Yeah, I'm just looking at this line opening up minus 140 for the Rangers money line. So it's moved a bit. I just wanted to go back to last game's stats. I mean, you can't really 68 shots to 83. I mean, this was obviously an anomaly with the stats, but one thing interesting was the Penguins only took 1 penalty. So to me, that just is a red flag for Rangers in the series, because I was definitely leaning Rangers in the series. But if they're playing like that, I am definitely not comfortable going Rangers series right now. But I like the Rangers tonight for sure. Because it was interesting that the Rangers scored a shorty also. So it's kind of this weird thing with that game. And no, I just think the Rangers bounce back tonight. I parlayed them with another team on the slate, just on the money line to get it right around.
Is Raquel back or he's injured?
I was going to say, I thought he was injured.
Oh, yo, Toller's here. Fuck, I didn't even see Bill.
Oh, hey, Toller, what's up, dude?
What's up?
You're done, Occupancy, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Toller, Penguins and Rangers. What do you think here?
Yeah, if anybody watched the last game, I mean, it was probably the best game of the first round, in my opinion. 3 rounds of overtime. You can't ask for much more to open a series. But one thing you have to notice is Louis Domingue came in pretty late. Yes, he's getting the credit for the win. Hallelujah to him, whatever. I also don't think he's that good of a goalie. Give him a full game, it's going to be a different outcome, I think. I like the Rangers here for the bounce back. MSG is going to be popping. They know how important this win is for them. I saw a comment just a minute ago about Shesterkin maybe being tired from all the shots and everything logged, but that's the difference between a world-class goalie and a third string. Shesterkin's made for stuff like that. He's worked for that. He's seasoned for that, and I don't think it's going to affect him too much. If anything, it just got him really comfortable against his team. He knows he can stop a lot of their shots. So I like the Rangers tonight. Puck line, in reg, anything. It's in my parlay for my Discord tonight for my main play.
All right, I like it. Weapon X, Penguins and Rangers. What do you think here? Weapon X. Oh, he's writing something down. Oh, we can't see it. It's disappearing.
Ah, what the fuck? Because we can't see my face.
Yeah. Oh, New York Rangers -7.5. Oh, -1.5. Okay.
Yeah. I gave the 3 money line earlier in the day today on Daily Bread, but man, the more I look at his numbers, the more I look at Domingue being in the nets. Look, he came in the last game in what, the second period of the overtime, which is most of those players have already played 4 periods at that point, 4.5 periods. Rangers looked really gassed when it came to high danger chances. There wasn't many back and forth really. Even that goal from Malkin, that was what, a deflection. It was a screen. It wasn't one of those like super nice goals that you see everybody geeking around. So everybody was gassed in that game. So for me here, I think Rangers have to come out strong super early, and I think they will come out in the first period. This is why I stayed off personally on the under 1.5 in this game. I know a lot of people are on that, and I think that might backfire super quickly. With the Rangers probably taking like a 2-0 lead or a 1-0 lead in the first already, and then maybe getting another one late in the period. So I got the puck line here. I know the Rangers have burned me all freaking year on the puck line, but you shoot or shoot. That's it. And I got Panarin probably to record 2 points. I feel like that second line has to get going for the Rangers, and it will with Vetrano and Andrew Kopp. If you can get Andrew Kopp for over 2.5 shots on net, that should be plus money. I see someone that looks 1.5. It's a little juiced, but if you got that, I think he'll be shooting a lot from Panarin.
All right. We'll move on along to the next one. We had an upset here. The Capitals defeated the Panthers in the first game. Now they're plus 220. Panthers -270. Total 6.5 here. -140 for the over, plus 120 for the under. I didn't get to anything in this singly. I actually don't have any single bets today in NHL. It's the 4 player point parlays, and then I have 2 parlays mixed with baseball, and then 1 money line parlay. Rangers, Colorado, and Calgary. Plus 197. I really like that one. But yeah, I didn't really get to anything singly with the prices today. In this game, though, for my player props, I have Ovechkin to get a point, Barkov to get a point, and Carlson to get a point. Other than that, I don't really have much an opinion here. I think the Panthers should bounce back, but I'm not 100% sure if they will. Occupancy, Capitals and Panthers. What do you think here?
Yeah, these teams met 2 days ago. Capitals won 4-2. Just taking a look at what happened then. Capitals 38-32 shots for the Panthers, 12 block shots for the Caps, 11 for the Panthers. Saves about even, penalties about even. Caps had the power play goal. Florida led in hits and faceoffs won. So pretty even, actually. You know, the Caps won the game. They deserve to win the game. That's what everyone's saying. And yes, but it's not like the stats were super like one-sided here. I mean, I still thought it was a pretty even game. I'm going with Florida Panthers at home. Definitely a lot of money behind that. I'm just taking a look at the where the lines opened up. -255 for the Panthers. Right now, 97% of the money is on the Panthers, and 69% of the tickets. 88% are on the over for tickets, and 99% of the money is on the over for this game. So this is crazy. I'm just going to be with all those. I'm going to be there. I've already parlayed the Florida money line with the over and the puck line as well. I'm just thinking it's a Panthers type spot. I think there's goals. Bobrovsky's not perfect. That's how I'm looking at this game.
All right, Toby, is Tom Wilson officially out? Because I heard he was a game time decision. Oh, he is out? All right. Interesting. Toller, Capitals and Panthers. What do you think here?
Yeah, compared to the first game, we see a big change in odds. The books have put a little bit more respect on the Capitals, but obviously with Wilson being out, you can't put too much more on them. Panthers know they need this. You can't go to Washington down 2 in a series with Ovechkin on, like, in that kind of a heater. That's not good for anybody. It's really hard not to back the Panthers here. I mean, even though the whole world is on the Panthers, it's just like Occupancy said, this is their spot. So if they're to make any type of playoff run and prove that they're worthy of being here, they need to do it tonight. And by doing that, they need to blow the Caps out of the water. I do see it being over. I see the Capitals getting at least 2. I mean, it's Bobrovsky. We all know how he is in the playoffs. So, and the Panthers can easily get 4, if not 5. So it just gives one to spare. I can easily see it happening. I'm muffled, sorry.
Yeah, sometimes your audio is a little bit cracky. I don't know if it's the mic you use or.
I use my phone. Yeah, probably. But anyway, yeah, this would be a Florida. But I've told my Discord this is a live bet for me. Capitals love the first period. It's been like that all season long. They come out clicking like they were last game. Probably going to side with the Capitals plus 1.5 if they haven't scored yet. And I like what I see. If Panthers come out and I think they swap Drew down to the third line, possibly. I think is where he got moved to. They did a bunch of line changes. So if that's working for them, then I'm probably going to hammer them at their puck line. Just got to see what all works for them in that first period. But Panthers need this bad.
All right. Weapon X, Capitals and Panthers. Any thoughts on this one? Sorry, I was reading it off. Barkov will ice the game in the second period. Interesting.
Well, so I know a lot of people have PTSD. A lot of people are looking, oh my God, all the money's on the Panthers. This might be a trap. This is the playoffs. And we're back to actual normal playoffs in hockey. Like Button and Tell Avs, they suck. Came out. Okay. Lenny. At least one of you come on the show and debate me. Ryan's always hiding somewhere. Both of them, him and Andy, are stalking my mentions in Twitter and then chirping at me. It's all good. I'll take it. Okay. It's what happens when the team is favored. It is what it is. But let's get back to this Panthers team. That game was weird. That we saw the first game against Capitals. They took a bunch of penalties in that first period. They couldn't get anything going, and every time they were picking up to get a power play, they lost their temper and they got a penalty with it. The Panthers probably should have had 2 more penalties, power plays in that game. They only had 2 power plays all game long because they took unnecessary penalties, like how you call it when you answer back. Like that usually doesn't happen. They're a much. Oh, there's Andy. Okay, he finally showed up. How you doing, Andy? How's your day, my friend?
Good, thank you. And you must be very happy, Terry, with the win last night to level it up 1-1.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Last night was a much better game than game 1, for sure.
So basically, I'll finish with this. I think Florida is going to break this game open. They will get a lot more power plays. There will be a lot more discipline. Ekblad should look a lot better in game 2. It was a little rusty in game 1. And even on their power play, they were just moving the puck too much. They weren't really shooting, like kind of like the Wild in Game 1. They really got really too fancy on that one. So I think that's going to change, and I don't expect Vanasek to steal another game like he really did in that third period against the Panthers. So for me, Barkov to anytime goal scorer, depending on the book, he probably will get him around 120, 130. I think he's a good bet to get back on the score sheet here. And the other goal scorer that I really like that Marchman line with Sam Reinhart and Anton Lundell. I think that's one of the most dangerous lines, and was for most of the game yesterday. They just couldn't finish. So I think we'll get that to finish a little bit. So that's what you're gonna get from me. You're gonna get a puck line from the Panthers on that side. You can get Barkov anytime goal and Marchman anytime goal.
All right. Andy, welcome on in. We talked about Pittsburgh and Rangers. Any thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I'm going to be contrarian in this game. I think Pittsburgh wins and goes up 2-0. I think the team that has made the most number of consecutive playoff appearances with the Crosby line that is so experienced will show why they have that record. And New York Rangers, look, Igor is incredible and he saved 79 shots, but it's incredibly deflating to be the home team and go into 3 overtimes and then lose. And this is a team that does not have great playoff success. Indeed, I think 8 of the last 11 times they've been the favorite in the playoffs, they've lost. And Pittsburgh are a team with the experience to know that this game, if they win it, they basically win the series. This is such a huge game for them. So I think Pittsburgh goes in and that Crosby line does what it did in the last game, which was completely outshoot the New York Rangers. And I think you see that Pittsburgh walks away with the win. If this was even odds both way, I would be tempted to take New York Rangers. And I can see why a lot of people are keen to take Rangers for the bounce back here. But I think getting plus 140 on what I think is the better overall team to walk away, coming into this game with all the momentum, having won that first game, I'll take a shot with Pittsburgh to steal game 2 and go back to Pittsburgh with a 2-0 lead.
All right, interesting. And Capitals and Panthers.
So this series, both in the regular season and now in the playoffs, the Panthers have not covered the puck line once. It's always been an incredibly close encounter. In many ways, Florida is a little bit cornered here. And so I do think you do see a bounce back here from them. I am just going to rely on goals being scored because I think regardless of the outcome, we get to 7 goals. It was incredibly unlucky to not hit the over last game. Washington scored 4 goals and the under hit. I don't think you see that scenario occur again. So for me, this is over 6.5 goals. If the total moves to 7, I think that that's still a reasonable total to go over also.
All right. Yeah, you could probably get much better odds, obviously, with 7. Moving on to the third game here. I know Weapon X will have some thoughts about this one. And so will Toller. Hey, it's Weapon X.
I'll go last.
The Predators plus 300 are in Colorado, minus 380. A total of 6.5. Finnegan is barking. I don't know if that's a sign of an underdog here, but I don't think so. The Predators, UC Saros is not back tonight, correct? Has anybody been confirmed?
Correct. He's back. Saros isn't back.
Oh yeah, Ingram is starting. Kemper is projected here for the Avalanche. I like the Avs here. Obviously priced at minus 380. What I did is I do have them in all my parlays that I've done for hockey. So Rangers, Colorado, Calgary, and then I have Colorado and Calgary mixed with the Blue Jays in baseball. So I like this Colorado team to win, and I'm just going to take them to win. I'm not going to go anything fancy here. When it comes to my player point parlays, I have Rantanen over half a point twice because I really like him tonight. I have Makar over half a point, and then Yossi over half a point. Occupancy, Predators, and Avalanche. Any thoughts on this one?
Yeah, you got to check what books, prices you get or whatever. This line opened up at minus 360. 95% of the money last time I checked was
I like that right there.
on the Avalanche here. I parlayed this with the Rangers money line for around a plus 100. It's just how I see the night going. I hadn't looked at the advanced stats, but I'm going to go with the Colorado Avalanche to win this hockey game.
All right. Weapon X wants to go last. Toller?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep all bias, whatever the word is, I don't know, all my bias out of this. It's not a good spot for my Preds. It's obvious. We all know it. Rittich showed what Rittich was last game. 5 goals and like 12 shots or something it was. He's not a good goalie. I knew he wasn't. It's not the best spot for us. Without Saros, we are not our complete team. We're definitely a playoff caliber team. We're not a Stanley Cup winning team. But we're also not a get swept in the first round team either. We're definitely going to steal a game in this series. Do I think it's tonight? No. We're going to need Saros for that mission. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think, though, tonight. I think it's going to be a situation where the Avalanche are going to come in a little bit too cocky, and we can probably hit that plus 2.5 at minus 140 on some books. I'm probably going to put that on my Discord, or we'll put a little parlay together with that. But I think the Preds are going to tighten up tonight. I have a little bit of hope in us. Yossi's going to get his men in check, and we're going to keep it close. So I don't see us really winning, but I definitely don't see us getting blown out the water again. I think it's a little bit embarrassing, and some players are going to step up tonight and really take responsibility.
All right. Andy, Predators and Avalanche. What do you think here?
So the Preds have played Colorado very competitively apart from the last game in the regular season. They won a couple of the matchups, and obviously that was with Boris in net. But this team knows that they've beaten the Avalanche in the past. And I think after the humiliation of that first period, their sole focus in this game will be to avoid that happening in the first period again. So I think that Preds are potentially live in the first period on the money line. I'm not going to bet that, but if I was to look at the dog, I would look at the dog early in this game. I'm just going to stick with what is hit in every single matchup, which is the over, and take over 6.5 goals.
All right. Weapon X. The Preds are in Colorado facing our Avalanche. What do you think happens tonight?
I don't know. Well, let's just go with this for now.
Oh, 4-0 sweet. 4-0 sweet.
I'm sorry, Toller, man. If you had Saros, maybe you could steal a game.
We'll get him back.
I think even if you get a back game 3 and game 4, this might be OD. You can check almost any metric. It really doesn't matter. When you look at this, at these two teams right now, the way we played, we were playing to wreck anyone that's in front of us. Every single shift. That Makar goal that we saw doesn't happen without Landeskog. What Landeskog did to Carrier was ridiculous, and that's one piece that we were missing almost the last quarter of the year, which we're so glad that we have back. We have our captain back, who really drives our physicality. So for me here, I got Landy to get back on the score sheet again tonight to get a goal. He's at plus 150. You can get that on most books. Mac to get 2 points tonight. Again, he's been almost automatic in the first round and almost any round that they've played. Yes, they've only played 2 rounds, I've been reminded of that every single time. He averages 1.41 points a game. That's third behind Mario Lemieux and Wayne Gretzky. So that's what you're gonna get from that. I'm probably gonna go back to the well with Makar points. I'm not sure if he scores tonight, but he's definitely probably gonna get the PP point there. We're gonna get our power plays, and we're probably gonna punch him in. And the puck line is too juice for me to play. I'll never play a -40 puck line. But I do like the over and the money line together, so that you should get it at plus money. Also, I have the puck line parlayed with the Flames money line. I think there's two series that get swept, and is the two top teams in the Western Conference. That's it.
I'll just say I don't think any of the series in the first round of the West sweep, and that applies to both the Flames and the Avalanche. I think as long as Saros is back in their home game, in one of their home games, that they will steal at least one or two of the games for Nashville.
I like Andy as well.
Yeah, it was funny. Liam said here earlier, I like Andy. So you made the Penguins fan pretty happy here with your breakdown, Andy. But we will move on to the last game of the night. The Stars plus 195 are in Calgary minus 235, total 5.5 here. I was going to take Flames and Reg, but it's not priced very well. So as I said earlier, I just decided to go with basically Calgary, Colorado, and parlays on the money line to be safe. When it comes to player point for my player point parlays, I have Lindholm over half a point, Gaudreau over half a point, and then I have Kachuk in two different parlays over half a point. I didn't take any Dallas players because I'm not saying it's going to be a back-to-back shutouts, because most likely it won't be. But I don't really see the Stars scoring a whole bunch of goals, and I would much rather take Flames player props in the spot. So in the other three games, I did split. I have some players from each. When it comes to here, I'm just taking Flames. I like the Flames in the spot. Occupancy, Stars and Flames. What do you think here?
Yeah, I'm going to bet the Calgary Flames tonight. Thought they put up a pretty good battle last game. Looking to back them once again. Take a look at the statistics for the matchup. Calgary outshot 26-16. Penalty minutes even at 30. Calgary the power play goal. Face-offs, Calgary advantage. Hits, Calgary advantage by almost 1.5 times. I mean, this is just a team that plays a different level of hockey, in my opinion. If you like Dallas, though, could I suggest maybe the team total 2.5 plus 125? Don't overthink it. Just root for your team to get some goals. I think this game could be a 5-2 game Calgary, but what if you're a Dallas fan, why not just take the plus money to get 3 goals? But I don't know. I'm not going to be betting that side. Good luck to everyone who tries that tonight. And yeah, the line opened up minus 235. So actually, I guess not a lot of money's coming in. I don't know. With respect to my best bet, it's in this game. So you can check out the spreadsheet for that, and we'll go over it later. And then I think maybe buck the trend and go over. But not. I did bet it, actually. I did bet that in a parlay. So we'll see.
Hey, after a 1-0 game, a lot of the time you will see goals in the next one. Weapon X, Stars, and Flames. What do you think here?
So, if anyone was watching that game last time, the Flames dominated 3/4 of that game. The Stars got 16 shots on net on Markstrom, and just got by on Michael Carson jersey and sit there. Oh boy, Dallas Cowboys fan. On top of that, good luck with that. Sorry, I'm an Eagles fan. You're never gonna hear me talk nice about the Cowboys, the Cowgirls. Sorry. Yeah, Johnny Gaudreau is going to get on the board tonight. The numbers on the high danger chances for the Flames were off the charts last game. Ottinger's really is the one who stood up on his own and basically kept that game really close, even in that last period where, again, Dallas was pushing a little bit back, but they don't have enough lines to keep up with these Flames, who just send out willfully. Like the amount of times they get into the zone and how fast they get into the zone is insane. And I think they'll definitely finish tonight. So I got the Flames TT over 3.5. I got Flames puck line going back to the well. I think they hit the puck line tonight. They didn't hit it last time. Johnny Gaudreau to get a goal and Johnny Gaudreau to get 2 points tonight.
All right. Toller, Stars and Flames. What do you think here?
I'm hoping the Stars don't get a single goal again tonight. That'd be amazing. But anyway, that's a little dig for Cubano for those that don't know. But I love the Flames tonight. I've got them winning it all, to be honest. Conference winner, everything, whole shebang. I love the way they play. They move as a unit. They're so fast up and down the ice. Top 5 defense, top 3 offense. I mean, can't ask for more. Markstrom's a beast. Don't really need Vladar unless, Markstrom really gets peppered one night, but 16 shots in one night, I don't see that really having much effect on him. So I'm all over the Flames. Take them in reg, take them in the puck line. Like Occupancy and Bleed said, they had a crazy amount of high what's the word I'm looking for?
High danger chances.
High danger chances. They should have scored way more than that. So I was surprised to see it just stay at 1. And usually after a small game like that, you're going to see a lot of goals. I think they just weren't finding the back of the net. Ottinger had a great game, just a bad mix for low scoring. We're not in Dallas yet. That's when I'll start taking the unders. I believe this is the first 5.5 of the whole NHL playoffs this season. And I'm not going to take it on under for the first one. So I'm taking the over with it. All over the Flames. I got them race to 3, race to 4. I love the Flames. I'm all over them. Don't like Dallas away. Just can't see it happening.
All right. Andy, what do you think here? Stars and Flames.
So I like the under in this game. I think I saw enough from the first game to see that this is going to be a defensive-oriented series. And in either scenario, if Calgary wins or Dallas wins, I think it still falls under. So I'm officially betting the under 5.5 in this game. But I think that Dallas is potentially live tonight. I think that when you look at what Dallas has done in the playoffs historically, they have been a pest and they keep games close. They eliminated this Calgary team. Well, not this Calgary team, but they eliminated Calgary in the playoffs recently. And I was actually expecting Calgary to come out and really exact a bit of revenge against Dallas in that first game. And Dallas was able to keep it very close. And I think they do that again tonight. I could see this going to overtime. I could see Dallas nicking it. I think that the better way to play it, I'm not betting either of those things to occur because I also am very high on Calgary to win this series and potentially win the West. But when you look at what Dallas has done at Scotiabank Arena, when the Stars have been the underdog against the Flames, this is actually both in Dallas and in Calgary. When they've been the underdog, they've covered the +1.5 in 8 of their last 9 head-to-heads. So I think Dallas keeps this close again. +1.5, if I had to play the side, would be how I play it. But I like the under more, and that's what I'm going to play.
Hamid says that your views are different, and he hopes you're wrong about everything. But hey, not everybody can be right about everything. For your city, last hope is Wild Wolves. Twins suck. Go Dodgers and Kings. FanDuel has a boost for Mets and Rangers to win +400. That's pretty interesting. We'll go on to the final segment here. Best bets, best parlay pieces. Nick currently leading the way. 3-0 plus 4.55 units. The Capitals win for sure helped him out there. And here is the current standings. So we'll move on along. We have a lot of picks here that people sent in. And we'll start with Dog of the Day as we usually do. 1 second here. For me, Dog of the Day, none. There's no dogs that I like on this slate. Nick is going Washington, and Tim is going Washington. Occupancy, you didn't choose a dog. Is there a dog you like? No?
No, not today.
Weapon X?
Nope.
Fuller?
No docs today.
Nah, not yet. Waiting for rounds 3 and 4, games 3 and 4.
I think we get a sweep at home tonight.
All right, Andy, I have a feeling I know which one you're going to pick if you're going to pick one, but
Yeah, I'll go with Pittsburgh.
I figured. All
I
right.
mean, it's the safest bet. I would agree with that. If there was going to be a dog today, it would be Pittsburgh, just because Madison Square Garden, there's still a curse there that people still believe in. I don't know if you guys know about the curse of Madison Square Garden.
No.
So in 1940, they burned the mortgage of the previous team. So they burned it into the cup, and a lot of people since then were like, Madison Square Garden is now cursed for life. So this is why you see a lot of teams in New York losing pretty brutally in Madison Square Garden.
All right.
But I expect
results. All right.
I think 2 dogs win outright tonight.
You that confident on Dallas?
I didn't say it was going to be Dallas, but I do think there's at least 2 dogs win outright tonight.
Well, I hope for my parlay that is not the case. We'll move on. Over or under. No totals for me today. If anything, it would be should I take Predators Avalanche over? I'm not betting it, so I'm not going to. But if I had to choose one, I do lean with the Colorado Nashville over 6.5. Nick went with Dallas Calgary under 5.5. Occupancy, you went the opposite. You took Dallas and Calgary over 5.5. Sam went Pittsburgh, New York Rangers first period under 1.5. Yes, Andy, we are now allowing first periods. I'm allowing first periods for over under as well. So Sam went with the first period under 1.5. Tim went with Nashville, Colorado over 6.5. Toller, is there a total you like today?
Nashville, Colorado, first period over 1.5. We'll go back to that.
Colorado, first period over 1.5.
Yeah, I'll be joining Toller on that one.
Nashville loves goals in the first period. I mean, I've seen it all season live from my own eyes.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
Andy, is there a total you like?
I do like what has been given out there, but I'll go a little bit different. I'll go the first period over 1.5 in the Washington, Florida game.
That makes sense.
Right.
I actually think both of those are quite juiced for the Nashville game and for the Florida game. I think you could almost parlay both of those over 1.5s together and get a plus, 170 or something.
Honestly, I didn't even check the odds. What are the odds on that?
the President's probably way up there because it happens all the time.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's minus 175. I can't even give that, honestly. So, oh boy. Wow.
You could go with the over 2.0 if you wanted, but
Change mine to that so it doesn't look as bad.
You know what? I'll go with the over in the Pens and Rangers game first period over 1.5.
Rangers and Pens.
Yep, I think Domingue gets lit up in the first.
All right. So you're going against Sam's best bet. Interesting.
If you take away what he has done with the Coyotes, his record actually is pretty decent. He's been more than serviceable when he was at Tampa and his time at Pittsburgh. Just a lot of his numbers are just destroyed by his time at Arizona, which is often the case because the team just gives no blue line support.
I mean, I didn't even look at his numbers, to be honest. I really didn't. I just looked at him last game when he came in the second overtime, and that both those teams were gassed out. So there wasn't, when you're a goalie and you come in like 4 periods in, yeah, you could probably let in some goals, but both those teams were so gassed at the end that it was almost like watching a preseason game. And I think
I just don't think that
the pace
I
was
don't think
different.
you'll get lit up because New York Rangers are not the type of team to light up anyone.
Well, they did in the last 20 games of the season once they got their trades in. So I think if that second line gets going, they'll definitely get some PPs and some goals for sure. Personally, that's the way I see it.
All right. Moving along to best bets, best parlay pieces. For me, Colorado money line parlayed with Calgary money line minus 120. That is my best bet for the night. I like both of those teams to win. Best parlay piece. I went with Kachuk to get a point here for the Flames. He's one of their most reliable forwards. So I like Kachuk here. Nick went with Washington team total over 2.5 as his best bet. Avalanche money line as his parlay piece. Occupancy, you're going Anderson from Calgary over 2.5 shots on goal, plus 127. Calgary money line as your parlay piece. Turnsey is going no goal in the first 10 minutes of Pittsburgh New York Rangers, plus 125. Colorado money line is his parlay piece. Sam is taking Pittsburgh New York Rangers first period under 1.5 as his best bet. Colorado money line is his parlay piece. Tim going Nashville, Colorado over 6.5 as his best bet. Currently, odds for that I think are minus 146 or minus one. Obviously, it's still under minus 150, so it'll be minus 130. All right. And he is taking Colorado, Nashville, Colorado over 5.5 as his parlay piece. IceX is taking Rangers puck line as his best bet. Colorado puck line as his parlay piece. Vito going Florida in regulation as his best bet. Rangers team total over 2.5 as his parlay piece. Toller, what do you think here for best bet?
Oh, Mike was muted. Sorry. Let me do best bet. We're gonna say we'll take that one for game 3. Let me just do Calgary race to 3 goals.
Calgary race to 3, and you'll get me the odds after the show for that.
Yeah, I know what it was earlier, but it's probably moved. So
Parlay piece.
Let's go with Predators plus 3.5. It's about the same odds as Colorado money line.
All right. Weapon X. Oh, we'll come back to you last. Weapon X, of course. Andy. No dig, but Weapon X usually needs a little bit more time, so we'll go to Andy.
So for best parlay piece, I'll go Alexander Barkov to score a point.
I like it. Barkov over half a point. All right, and best bet.
Best bet is Washington and Florida over 6.5.
Okay, Washington / Florida over 6.5. And current odds for that is minus 140, unless you can find better.
Do you want to change that to 7 and it's plus 110?
All right.
And I'll take the push potential.
Over 7 plus 110. All right. Weapon X.
Yeah. For me, the best bet's going to be a parlay.
All right.
We got a Rangers money line. Abs puck line and Calgary money line
What's the odds for that?
plus 309.
I like it. I basically have the same thing except Colorado money line instead of the puck line. I like it. Parlay piece.
Nathan McKinnon to record a point.
That's
Probably
free.
like-
That's free as Dollar General. That's
Huh?
as free as it comes.
Yeah, I wish he. It's at -1 or -1.5 in my book, so that's why I did not choose him. But that is a show. Thanks everybody for coming on. Best of luck tonight. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the content, smash the like button. We appreciate all the support. We'll be back tomorrow for more episodes of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. And best of luck tonight, guys. Have a good one.
Yeah, let's all cash something.
Thank you.